just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line.
19 Lions on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And some room to work. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past him and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Caught by Montgomery. They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Brady now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Fights through him. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They'll run forward with Henry. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Brady now on first down. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at it for...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Montgomery doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, That's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd and 15. That's complete to McBride. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Back to throw again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustmts. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Indianapolis!
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On play action, they'll throw. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Jordan able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And this returnable for Hines. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now to throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hines now on the return.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Cameron Jordan make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
So one quick easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devontae Smith, 55 yards. And the Colts are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spot. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 16, Brady. Touchdown, Colts! The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Back to throw now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask the defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at...
And now here's another interception. picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This is Smith with the ground. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Now he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Brady to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Brady now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Henry again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, for the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Austin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Titans first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 3, he doubled that, he got 6. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Henry, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down. Second and 5. And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to look to throw. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 13.
Here's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
You see, it's two type of people in life.